Blessed are the peacemakers, they shall be recognized as children of God. This verse from Matthew's Gospel is the only time that the word peacemakers is used in the whole Bible. A peacemaker literally is the one who can reconcile a quarrel. Many people today think that we can achieve peace through violence. The myth that an aggressive force can be used to counteract another aggressive force is part of the way that we think. But such peace is a false peace. Jesus is clearly not on the side of the violent, but on the side of the nonviolent. Jesus is saying there is no way to peace other than through redemption and reconciliation. The most economically, politically, and socially entrenched evils in our world today, evils like poverty, racism, terrorism, these can only be eliminated by the nonviolent imperative of love. Love is the unifying force that all major religions see as the supreme unifying principle of life. Love is somehow the key that unlocks the door, which leads to that ultimate reality that is beautifully summed up in the first epistle of St. John. Let us love one another, for God is love. And everyone that loves is born of God and knows God. If love is the eternal religious principle, then nonviolence is its eternal worldly counterpart. In the struggle for human dignity, those who are oppressed must not succumb to the temptation of becoming bitter or indulge in hate campaigns. To retaliate in kind does nothing but intensify the hate. Somewhere along the way, we must find the moral strength to cast off our propensity to act violently and eject the ethic of love. Peace must be who we are and not just something that we demand. But to become peacemakers, we first must become more aware of what is going on inside ourselves. We must take a good look at what our feelings and our perceptions are and how we project them out into the world around us. Only when we are at peace within ourselves can we become a beacon of peace for others. We all worry about the state of our world. Things seem so tense, and we cannot predict when the next conflict will explode or where it will happen. We feel that we are on the edge all of the time. As individuals, we feel helpless and despairing. The situation is so dangerous and injustice seems so widespread that we panic and we allow our fears to lash out. That only makes things worse. We need to remain calm, to see clearly. Meditation can help us to do that. Prayer can help us to be less reactionary and more aware of peaceful solutions during those times of panic and fear. I remember a time when I went fishing with my father and two of my cousins. We were out on the lake and we noticed a thunderstorm was approaching. Knowing that our small boat could easily be swamped by the waves and the rain, my father decided that it was time to head for shore. But the small outboard motor on our boat wouldn't start. and the storm overtook us. My cousins and I began to panic. We were afraid that this little boat would sink. But my father remained calm and lucid, and he continued to work on that motor. He knew what to do and what not to do. His expression and voice communicated clarity and calmness, and we put our trust in him. He finally got the boat going, and navigating through the rough waters and the rain, he brought us to shore safely. When we can remain calm in moments of crisis, people will be able to place their trust in us. They will listen to what we say. One such person who projects peace can save the lives of many. We are about to panic because our situation is no better than the situation of that small boat. Humankind is like that thunderstorm. It has become a very dangerous threat. We need people who can sit still and be calm. We need people who continue to look for peaceful solutions during times of strife and turmoil. We can be that person if we understand that what is needed is love. It's as simple as that. To become a peacemaker, we must take on the mind of Christ. And when we begin to think like Christ, we begin to understand. We develop our understanding more keenly. We start to look at all these living beings who are here with us with the eyes of compassion. We begin to understand the deep spiritual connection that joins us all. And when that happens, you cannot help but love. And when you love, you naturally act in a way that can relieve the suffering of others.